Hi, my name is Jim, one of the pastors of Twin Lakes Church. So glad you're joining me for the video Devo today. This is one of my most comfortable spots in my house. There's a nice fireplace behind me. There's my cozy chair. I love to have a cup of coffee in the morning. But what's interesting is I was thinking about it. I think comfort can be the enemy of discipleship. Because I need to move out of my comfort zone and move towards discipleship. My decisions based in my comfort zone are all about me, what makes me feel good. But my decisions that are based on what is good for God's kingdom help me move out of that. And I think that's where noble character is revealed. It's revealed most in how we respond to crises. Many Christians throughout history have demonstrated this kind of noble character. What I'd like to focus on is one in particular, Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a German pastor, a theologian, and he's a powerful example of character rooted in faith. Of course, he lived during the Nazi Germany, and Bonhoeffer faced immense pressure to conform to the regime that opposed his values and Christ's values. Yet he stood firm in his convictions, even at great personal cost. He held principles over popularity, like our first point from this weekend's message. Dietrich Bonhoeffer's commitment to truth and justice led him to join the resistance against Hitler. Ultimately, it cost him his life. Despite the dangers, he continued to preach the gospel and advocate for the poor and oppressed, and demonstrated unwavering courage and a deep, deep trust in God's sovereignty. His life reminds us that noble character is often forged in a crucible of adversity. It's about standing firm in our faith, loving others sacrificially, trusting God's plan even when the outcome is uncertain. So how did Dietrich do this? How did he do it? This is his own words. He said this. He said, "Everything changed when he discovered the Sermon on the Mount." He said, "I was lacking in humility, terribly ambitious, alone. Then something happened. For the first time, I discovered the Bible. Then the Bible freed me from that. In particular, the Sermon on the Mount. Since that time, everything has changed. Everyone around me can see that. Things have changed." So Dietrich did this in an amazing way. He was able to live out Christ-like faith in a super powerful way. Bonhoeffer's core message changed from what is good to what does God's love demand in this situation? It's a great question to ask yourself this week. Not what is good, what is comfortable for me, but what does God's love demand for me in that situation? With a coworker, with a family member, with a fellow Twin Laker that you're annoyed by, what does God's love demand for you in that situation? John 15:13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for a friend." It's a super powerful message that he gave. And, it's interesting when you think about noble character and living that, we need to lean into God in the midst of whatever circumstance we have. We need to trust him and trust his sovereign plan. And then I think truly we need to live out the character we already are. Think about it. You're a child of God. You're a child of the King. Therefore, you're noble. Because the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords calls you his son or daughter. So go out this week living out the character that God's already given to you and when he adopted you. So I hope that encourages you this week. Go out, have a fabulous week. God bless, and hopefully we'll see you around church this weekend.